They call it tighten belts, like belts don't cut through skin, like budgets aren't a weapon when the knives begin to grin. They dim the lights with common sense, they stage the same old spin, then call the cut necessary while the profits settle in. They preach responsibility with champagne on their breath, then price your children's future like a slow, polite kind of death. They say the numbers matter while your pantry turns to air, and sell the word discipline to hide a rigged affair. They cut the clinic hours, then call the queues a flaw. They close the public shelter, then praise fiscal law. They feast the wage in daylight, then raise the rent still at night, and tell you work a little more to make it all come right. They shame you with a sermon, live within your means, while they live within loopholes and spotless magazine scenes. They tax the smallest paycheck, then bless the biggest hoard, then call the damage natural, though it's engineered and stored. They frame austerity as fate, as if no hands are steering, but every cut is politics, with consequences clearing. They say there is no money, like money's not a choice, so raise your noise. Their cruelty survives on your silence, not your voice. Austerity is a choice, not whether, not a curse. A policy that picks the poor, then calls the wound diverse. They balance books on broken backs, they save by making scars. They shift the cost to kitchen tables, then toast behind the bars. Austerity is a choice, a scripted, sharpened plan to keep the bottom chained in debt so wealth stays in one hand. They call it reform, but what they mean is less for you, a cleaner kind of robbery in bureaucratic blue. They cut the school support staff, then blame the child's decline. They gut the care for elders, then sell family as fine. They say we must be cautious while profits take the lead, and caution always somehow means you starve so they can feed. They streamline public service till service can't be found, then wonder why trust shatters when the floor gives out the ground. They privatize the commons, then price the public door, and tell you competition will make the suffering more. They hand the risk to workers, they hand the gains to firms, then teach you to applaud it as fair in their terms. Austerity is a choice, not whether, not a curse. A policy that picks the poor, then calls the wound diverse. They balance books on broken backs, they save by making scars. They shift the cost to kitchen tables, then toast behind the bars. Austerity is a choice, a scripted, sharpened plan to keep the bottom chained in debt so wealth stays in one hand. Stop and listen close, the help was meant to stay, but silence is an efficiency. It's cruelty dressed as pay. They say hard times require a sacrifice we share, but we is always someone else. The rich are never there. They raise the fines and fees, then call it user pay, so poverty gets penalized in an orderly array. They cut the transit routes, then scold you for being late. They cut the house confused by rage, as if you can defund a life and still expect it to behave. They smile in interviews, say tough choices must be made. But tough for whom? For you, of course. The rest get loans repaid. They talk of future generations with practice, distant grace, while stealing from the present with a spreadsheet as a face. And suffering is your hymn, and responsible is just a word to keep the poor in trim. If balanced means abandoned wards and children left behind, then your balance is brutality with paperwork designed. So don't call theft austerity, don't call cruelty restraint, don't paint a cage as prudence with a neutral shade of paint. Name it a transfer upward, a pipeline built from need, a choice to make the many bleed so few can harvest greed. Austerity is a choice, not whether, not a curse, a policy that takes the door, then calls the wound I nursed. They balance books on broken backs, they save by making scars, they shift the cost to kitchen tables, then toast behind the bars. Austerity is a choice, a scripted, sharpened plan to keep the bottom chained in debt so wealth stays in one hand. You want a kinder future? Then stock a practiced ploy. Austerity's not necessary, it's chosen to end.